hurry does not prevent death, neither does going slowly prevent living. When I come back, it will be big time stories delivered to you right here on Football 360 Degrees.
And new. Check out the all-new website.
www.breela.net.
See what we're up to.
On air, online, and on the go.
With our brand new and totally redesigned website.
It's just a click away.
www.breela.net.
The name of the game. Football. The name of the game. Football. The name of the game. Football.
All right, it's the name of the game, football. That's what it is. And quickly, let's go straight to the stories. No time to waste. I'll be giving it to you, racy, pacey, breezy, freezy, and wonderfully. Yes, delivered right here. Well, we'll start off from the home front. They say east or west, home is the best. And so let's start off to tell you as we prepare for the big one, the 2019 AFCON qualifier against the Bafana of South Africa. New South Africa coach Stuart Baxter has vowed to give Nigeria a game when the two teams clash early next month. The Englishman was appointed early this month as a replacement for Ephraim Shakes-Mashaba, who was given the booth in December of last year. He will start his second spell as Bafana head coach with a 2019 AFCON qualifier against the Super Eagles in Uyo on the 10th of June. Baxter, who signed a 5-year contract, said he will name his technical team and squad for the Nigeria game on the 25th of this month. Now we go straight to one man, a Nigerian striker, former Nigerian striker, you want to say, an ex-international, Benedict Akwebo. He feels it's time Nigeria have a proven forward for the national team and that the Super Eagles cannot rely on Man City forward Kelechi Iheanacho for goals as the young stars had to struggle for match time at his club right there in the EPL. The 20-year-old frontman Iheanacho has been the leading, yes indeed, goal scorer for the Super Eagles. He's been the main man in attack as Nigerian coach Gennard Ross preferred first choice striker since last year, but former RC Lens and Passerelle course forward Akwebo believes that the forward role is one that still needs to be sorted and otherwise needs trial of some of the emerging forwards coming into the team. Yes, you have the likes of Olaniwaju Kayode pulling the strings right there in the colors of Austria Vienna. But then what about Anthony Wakeme? Some people might ask, or maybe Red Hot Henry Onyekuru, who's doing it for Kassiopin right there in the Belgian Jubilee League. Well, we're still moving on. This time, let's tell you that former Super Eagles goalkeeper Dodo Mayana. I remember the year 1994. He was there for Nigeria. I also remember 1998. But right now, the man is retired but not tired. Yes, indeed, he's assured Nigerians that the injury-induced absence of the country's number one goalkeeper, Kali Keme, would not affect the national team adversely in the forthcoming Cameroon 2019 AFCON qualifier against South Africa. Nigeria will host South Africa in Uyo in the first of the 2019 qualifiers, and Dodo Mayana is certain that any of the goalkeepers picked by Coach Gennard Ross for the match will deputize effectively for the Wolverhampton Wanderers shortstopper. Going straight to the continent, let's tell you that the GFA, yes, the Ghanaian Football Association, have announced their team-member team for the 2017 WAFU Nations Cup local organizing committee. FA Vice President George Afriye will co-chair the LOC with Francis Asenso, who's Deputy Chief of Staff at the presidency. They will be deputized by immediate past Vice President of the GFA, Mr. Fred Christil, with PLB Chairman Ansford Tete Oko and Alaji MND Jawula, all named as members of the LOC.
Bravo, Romeo, India, Lima, Alpha.
Crowd are on their feet.
BRILA, Breela. www.breela.net, where everything sports meet, including your radio.
The name of the game. Football. The name of the game.
All right, it's the name of the game, and we're still moving on away from that one. Let's go straight to manager of Mamelodi Sundowns right there in South Africa, Peter Motsimane, and his Rudy sides CAF Champions League goalless draw against St. George, and liking his sides Group C opener against St. George SC to a Sunday league fixture. Motsimane made the reference due to lack of intensity in the goalless draw at the Lucas Masterpiece Moripe Stadium over the weekend. The Brazilians enjoyed the bulk of possession, but were often uncontested as the European Yes, indeed. The Ethiopian-based team sat back and soaked up the pressure against the champions of Africa. Now we go straight to the foreign scene and we start off from, of course, the citizens. Manchester City manager of the side, Pep Guardiola, has hit out at Arsene Wenger, telling the Arsenal boss to win more games instead of worrying about other teams. Wenger bemoaned some teams being on holiday with nothing to play for late in the Premier League season, with Arsenal relying on others to claim a top four finish. The Frenchman comments came less than 24 hours after Liverpool, a team Arsenal need to slip up, trashed West Ham 4-0. Guardiola, who sides it fourth ahead of hosting West Brom tonight, was unhappy with Wenger, and Guardiola also gave an assessment of himself, saying that his former clubs Barcelona and Bayern Munich would have sacked him had he experienced the same season he has had at Man City this campaign, trophyless season. And the man says had he been in Spain or Germany, he would have been sacked elsewhere. Let's go straight to one man, former Man United winger Ryan Giggs. He's urged Man United to make a move for Arsenal attacker Alexis Sanchez ahead of the 2017-18 Premier League season. The Chilean international's future at the Emirates Stadium is in doubt after contract talks were put on hold earlier this campaign, with his existing deal due to expire in June of 2018. Man City and Chelsea have been credited with an interest in signing the 28-year-old, but Giggs feels he should be an ideal suit for Manchester United and Jose Mourinho. Wow, from one former Man United player to another, from a winger, let's go to a defender this morning, where Gary Neville has told Tottenham to learn from the mistake of selling Gary Bale and keep star players Harry Kane and Dele Alli for at least 2 more seasons. Spurs secured a second place finish in the Premier League by defeating Man United 2-1 over the weekend. Kane following up Victor Wanyama's header to secure victory in the club's last game at White Hart Lane, and 4 years after selling Bale to Real Madrid for 100 million euros. And former United star Neville thinks Tottenham will be wrong to accept a huge fee for Kane or Ali at a time when they are set to play at Wembley next season before moving into a new stadium from the year 2018.
And new. Check out the all-new website.
www.breela.net.
See what we're up to.
On air, online, and on the go.
With our brand new and totally redesigned website.
It's just a click away.
www.breela.net.
This is Sports Radio.
The name of the game. The name of the game.
It is still the name of the game, football. That's what it is. And quickly, we're still crisscrossing the globe, giving you big-time stories right here on Football 360 Degrees. And the elders will always tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that yes, when a man thinks the soup he's given is too much for the bar, he cannot handle greatness, I tell you. All right, let's go straight to France, where Paris Saint-Germain striker Edison Cavani has been named Ligue 1 Player of the Year for the first time, while Monaco sensation Kylian Mbappe is the best young player for the 2016-17 season. Cavani has scored 35 league goals in as many appearances in a stunning individual season, even though PSG are set to see their streak of 4 straight titles come to an end. Their former striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic had won the award in 3 of the past 4 seasons, with Eden Hazard, Alexandre Lacazette, Karim Benzema and Didier Drogba also amongst the previous winners. Leonardo Jardim was named Coach of the Year at the National Union of Professional Football Players UNFP ceremony yesterday, having led Monaco to the brink of the title. Also, our very own Wilfred Ndidi bagging the Young Player of the Year award right there for Leicester City after moving from Genk of Belgium. Good one, you want to say, for the Nigerian who has cemented his place in the starting 11 of Leicester City. Away from that one, let's go to Germany, where Werder Bremen have agreed a new deal with Alexandra Nuri that will see him remain as head coach at the Bundesliga club. Nuri replaced Victor Sprinek in September after Bremen had lost their first 3 matches initially on an interim basis and then on a permanent deal until the end of the season. The 37-year-old had taken them from the bottom of the table up to 8th, with a Europa League spot still possible going into this weekend's final match of the season away to Borussia Dortmund. And finally, let's end it all up in China, where the money is flowing, I tell you. They're looking to sign the Olympic players. But then in the camp of Shanghai SIPG, star player, former Chelsea player Oscar Mbaba will be delighted if former Chelsea teammate Diego Costa joined him in China. Costa, who is 28, is widely expected to make a move from the Premier League champions in the off-season, having been heavily linked with Chinese Super League side Tianjin Quanjian. Oscar, who made a move to Shanghai in January of this year, said he will be thrilled, excited, over the moon, in cloud nine to see Spain international Costa join him right there in China.
You ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Sports Radio 88.9 Gorilla FM.
Brilla Press has vacancies in these areas: MOZ operator, graphics artist, female front desk executive between the ages of 19 and 25 years and single, male estimator between the ages of 19 and 30 years. Send applications to Brilla Press, 150 Ikorodu Road at the Bowale House, Onipan Bus Stop, Lagos, on or before Wednesday the 17th of June 2017. Shortlisted candidates will be contacted thereafter.
There can only be one. Sports Radio, 88.9 Brilla FM.
The name of the game. The name of the game.
All right, then it is still football 360 degrees, and at this juncture, I'll be, of course, so happy to bring in the man who'll be bringing down some of the big stories right here on the show this morning. I got the elected one, SL Kenedafe, and of course, radio's anchor, Anthony Becker-Dermo. And at this point in time, I say good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to Football 360 Degrees.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning to you, Chidiz Okoroji. Thank God we're not talking food this time around. And good morning to you, Anthony Becker-Dermo.
Yeah, thank you very much, dear Legbete one. Good morning to you. Okoroji Chidoje, good morning to you, the listener. Good morning.
All right, so let's start off from home. Of course, former Nigerian striker Benedict Akwebu, he is, of course, stating that Nigeria have, of course, a proven forward. The time has come for Nigeria to have a proven forward for the national team, and that the Super Eagles cannot be over-reliant on Man City forward Kelechi Iheanacho, who himself is struggling for game time right there at Man City. And he says, of course, he believes that since Iheanacho has been Ghana Ross' preferred option since last year, the time is now for, of course, more players, strikers, prolific strikers, to make the Super Eagles. I don't know what you make of this one.
Well, Benedict Akwebu has spoken very, very well. But then you have to look at the options. Who are the options readily available? If you look at the home scene, obviously the top scorer in the league is Stephen Ode. People still feel he's not good enough. Across Europe, Onyekuru did not get a call. You look at Kanode Onlariwaju, who is scoring the goals. Anthony Wakeme is in Israel, of course, scoring a few goals. But that's the story of the Super Eagles these days. When Akwebu was even playing, it was very difficult for him to even, lead the attack line of the Super Eagles, because we had abundance, of talent. If you look at the days of Rashidi Yekini, Obafemi Martins, Julius Efosa Agawa, Victor Agali, Yakuba Egbeni, we've had quality. But these days, it's just unfortunate that these are the players that we have. They are not even playing.
So as it is right now, we don't have a standard number 9, a prolific goal scorer.
We don't have. We have to make do with the ones we have. Odion Igalo is in China. Brown Aide is in China. Kelechi Iheanacho is warming the bench at Manchester City, might be shipped out to Hoffenheim or maybe Borussia Dortmund, as the case may be. That is the stark reality. We have to, Regenetrol still has to look for a formula to make all these things work, all these players work. That is the stark reality.
But in terms of coaching, this is what I get to talk. I think General Troy and the NFF, they already anticipate this problem we will get to. That's why in recent time, Nigeria never get this type of campaign, say end of season, not like we get a match coming up immediately, they went into a camp. What the coach they try to do is, they try to cut off the shortfall. And in the history of Nigeria, let's be honest, even when we mention Rashidi Yekini and the rest of them, we've always had bench warmers in the Eagles since forever. I don't know about the 80s because I wasn't following football then. But in my adult years from 86, where I follow football, correct me if I'm wrong, we've always had a 30% bench warmers. Maybe the numbers don't rise this time around. Edema Fuludu went to the Nations Cup in 1994. Some people even went clubless, unattached. Some people were unattached. In 1998, Amokachi never played any football. He went to the World Cup. And you could call a whole lot of people. Why we have Jonathan Akpomere, who was our most informed player at the time. They said the cabal, the clique was at work. We went to 2013 Nations Cup with a Sunday Omba, who never played football for almost a year. But we won the Nations Cup. The thing about a club football, a national team football is if you are able to get a coach who can get 3 weeks of the players together, you'll be able to hammer a team with good rhythm and harmony to win, especially if the players show commitment.
Is it also safe to say we don't have a good goalkeeper as well? Because Kali Keme is obviously our best goalkeeper, but he's always getting injured.
We get goalkeeper now. Just say some people fear to take risk. Somebody took Emmanuel Daniel to the Olympics, and with all the challenges we face, we won bronze. Some other goalkeepers are there. Give them a chance. Give them that chance to deliver, and then they will deliver for you. If Onigbede can find faith in Vincent Nyama and he put him against almighty England in 2002, England was almighty, like it or not. I put him there and they don't score him. You can put any goalkeeper in goal. All you need is to repose confidence in the goalkeeper. Simple.
All right, 0700000889. Who's there? Talk to us this morning on Football 360 Degrees, right here on your award-winning station. Tony, you want to talk about the goalkeeping, of course, issues that we have right now?
You see, before now, somebody was flying the kite of Vincent Eyama, and of course, Vincent Eyama got himself injured.
Yeah.
That kite now, they've packed it. Then you have come again asking me about goalkeepers.
Okay.
We have goalkeepers. You see, generations come and generations go.
Okay.
You have a number 1, you have a number 2, and you have a number 3. If Manchester United has David De Gea injured, Romero becomes the number 1. If Romero becomes injured, the number 3 becomes the number 1. That's how it should be for Nigeria.
All right, that's how it should be. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, this is High Chief Itake coming from Makote.
You're welcome.
Yes, I agree with Elegbete. The truth of the matter is that nobody is an island. If our coaches, especially General Kroa, I think he has done extremely well. Because building a team requires, stay together. I think what the man is doing is a good one. By the time they stay together for 2-3 weeks, I believe they will get the best out of it. Everything Nacho is a talent. Even though it's a best former, it's a talent. It can deliver anytime, any day. Good morning.
All right, thank you very, very much. Yes, indeed. One more call before I go straight to the next issue right here on Football 360 Degrees. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Peter.
Your name is what?
Peter.
Peter. All right, Peter. Welcome to the show. Ooh, okay, Peter. Call back. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, guys.
Yes, good morning.
Anthony, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is Olalekan.
All right, Olalekan.
I think look at that. Let's have faith in anything we have, like a good keeper, the striker, and have the mind that they are going to deliver. So I believe they will deliver. International Remy Defense is the only person that can do for us. And this guy from the will be at Arsenal. They are a good player. So let us have faith on them.
All right, thank you very much. And finally, let's go to one man. Gary Neville is his name, and he's told Tottenham to try and keep Harry Kane and Dele Alli for 2 more seasons, that they should learn from what happened when they sold Gareth Bale. The man, of course, called Gary Neville, says they should learn from the mistake, talking about Tottenham, and he says they should keep those 2 players for at least 2 seasons. How realistic is that?
First of all, I don't know how long ago Gary Neville retired from football, but as a pundit, he should know that keeping Harry Kane and keeping Dele Alli is beyond Tottenham Hotspur. It's a function of the players wanting to stay. Players have become so powerful these days. If the right offer is made and then the player is willing, he will go. So Gary Neville, as a top analyst in England, should first of all know these ones. There are some club sides that are super rich. There are some club sides that are average. Tottenham Hotspur do not belong to the super rich. If Harry Kane and Dele Alli truly want to, fulfill their
He's
desires
saying
as
it would be wrong for them to accept a huge transfer fee for the players.
How did Gareth Bale leave Tottenham Hotspur and get Luka Modric?
Neville always surprised me. That's why sometimes when people call in and say I should learn from Gareth,
how did
Neville,
they leave?
I is surprised. A club is investing over £600 million in
a new stadium.
And when we say stadium, what they're building is a stadium and 4 other training facilities. £601 million is what they're investing. And you tell me that they should keep paying Harry Kane, because what happens is if you keep them for another 2 seasons, you will review their contract, you will increase their salary. Just let's say hypothetically they perform the way they performed this time around, that would increase the wage bill of the club. Right now the club is on almost 210 million per annum in terms of overhead costs at 601. So if they see a let me use the word, a MAGA that is willing to pay 120 million pounds for Harry Kane or Dele Alli, you say, man, they not take the money. Where the for see Dele Alli, they not go for another Dele Alli come.
Okay. Especially when you look at Luka Modric and Gareth Bale, these players went on strike to leave Tottenham Hotspur.
Why you see that money? Take it.
Like they said, it's a mistake. It's not a mistake. They collected money.
They collected money. There's no mistake in it.
They did not spend the 100 million they collected well.
Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning,
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Elevator One and Anthony.
All right.
Mr. Casey, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
What's your name? What's your name?
This is Abiola calling from Abiola.
All right, Abiola.
Yeah. For Harry Kane and Dele Alli, I think it's better overcome from maybe Madrid or Barca. I think the guy will want to play for a better team. So that's what I think.
Okay then. All right. Thank you very, very much. And one last call this morning. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, the voice of the elder.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Elevator One.
Good morning.
Emeka Uncle from Naga Village.
All right,
good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. I think we don't finish the matter. If you look at it, the club will collect money because it just as some Chelsea fans are saying, don't say Hazard, don't say Hazard. If Madrid is ready to pay 100 million, collect the money. Look for other players that can do it. There are some other players who are hungry to show what they can do. Okay, to say they did not say Gareth Bale and Modric. Maybe they wouldn't have discovered Dele Alli and yes, now. So that's how football goes.
All right, thank you very much. Well, that's how we call it a wrap on Football 360 Degrees right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brella FM. Up next is, of course, the sports pages. And one man is ready to take us through that one, Victor Ohani.